And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Robert Kelly.
What's up, everybody? Wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know the show started as soon as one of us talks. We're back. It's The Bonfire, the great Colin Quinn.
Why are we playing the Stones' 2 albums from the 80s? Every song is from there.
Let me ask you a question. Why are you holding your fingers together?
Because I'm furious.
Like a Frenchman
I'm furious.
trying to make a point.
I'm furious.
If you don't undo your fingers right now, I'm going to break them.
I'm going to
Stop it.
use them and I'm going to pull your fucking earlobe off.
I hate your little
and
fingers.
I'm going to bite it.
I hate your thin
I'm
fingers.
going to bite it.
I hate them. Don't touch me with your little fingers. I hate your Irish hands. Oh, you remind me of my grandma. You're like a priest. You have priest hands.
Oh, yeah.
Don't touch my dick. The great Colin Quinn. He's got a special right now. It's on YouTube. It's Our Time Is Up, and it was filmed, very interestingly enough, in front of all therapists at a
convention of therapists.
A convention of therapists, which is wild.
Yeah.
And I had made that tweet. Watch the special.
You did, thank you.
And then you smashed me on Twitter.
I did.
And I wrote an in-depth review of your whole special.
I appreciate that.
I do, and I'm gonna actually tweet that.
Thank you.
It's
How's
on
that?
X. It's on X.
You know,
show you some respect for Mr. Musk.
Oh, it's X now.
First of all, Jay, you didn't even watch my special. I can tell just by the way you're sitting here.
That's the worst.
And
The one you did in front of the convention of the therapists?
Jay, I'm going to send you all the stuff. I'm going to send you notes right now.
Jay goes, the one you did.
We're talking about our mental health in America and how it relates to the world. It's kind of like a theme, and the whole thing is that.
Look, I'm not going to read them. I'm going to show. I have 2 pages of notes about your special. The adverb joke was so good. The HR
was good. That was a good one.
That was a great one. The fact that you did a whole set in front of psychotherapy symposium was
Symposium.
perfect. Thank you, Jay. These are my words.
This guy didn't watch it.
I did. Influencer therapist. What was his name? Matthias. What Matthias
did watch it.
Was a masterful crowd work on a special that you actually took the guy. That social media was a fat aunt in the kitchen, made me cry laughing. He said social media is a fat aunt in the kitchen.
When it started, it was positive.
Yeah.
You know?
Bobby.
Yes.
Can you watch porn on that?
You can't watch porn on this.
No,
This is
I'm
a
not buying
notebook.
it then.
What the hell's your problem, Jay? It's better if you didn't watch the special. Now you cut him off when he's giving the review.
Oh, no, I waited for the review to be over.
Nobody checks out anything. 96% of the times, was it a
Check their phone
He's giving the whole
96 times a
special.
day.
I reviewed.
Doesn't
because
matter, it's out there anyway.
I watched it.
I
The
bet it
Adam
will.
and Eve bit about Steve Jobs was brilliant.
Here's my top 10 favorite punchlines only.
It's fine. Who cares? At this point, it's already out there. It's
That's
done.
true.
It's done what it's going to do.
The 5 famous last words made me want to quit comedy. That joke was, I mean, if you watch this special, as far as jokes go.
Why?
Well, Jay won't, so don't worry about that.
Jay watched Matt Arise's stuff. He'll watch yours.
Jay,
I'm
you
saying.
lost the eye of the tiger.
No, I
You
haven't.
can't watch a Conquered special on YouTube casually. It's right there on your phone.
I can absolutely, and I absolutely will.
It's too late.
No, it might be too late for you, but no. And Bobby, you can attest to this.
I will attest to it.
You can-
I got your back, unlike Jacob.
I almost exclusively. I don't watch anybody who I know is great, which I do think that of you. I think you're.
Ooh, that's hard to say.
No, that's what I'm saying. So
He's right here.
Watching it to me is like, I don't know when there's a time when I want to sit down and watch like someone do really well. I like watching terrible comedy.
Shut up, Jay. It's
my favorite.
Stop talking to me like I'm an amateur. I understand the irony that we all have of watching bad comedy.
I only
I'm in
watch
business
bad
with
comedy.
You. Shut up.
You
I'm
should-
a comedian just like you, Jay.
Colin, you may not understand this.
Jay, explain it more.
I've been doing this 1/4 of a decade, and I think we could all agree.
You said it to me like I was middling for you, and you're like, listen, when you get to my point, you start watching it, deconstructing it. Shut up, Jay.
It's
Good
about being
comedy
a
is good
salty
comedy,
dog.
but bad comedy is great comedy. That's where I'm at. I'm
Bobby,
beyond
I feel
comedy.
like that wasn't you. I think I flipped you a little bit on that. I put you through those Matt Reese documentaries, and I was like, "Come on, man, isn't this great?"
He did. He got me into watching crazy, fucked up things about people on the internet, which I do appreciate. But as
Of course, we all appreciate it.
Don't everybody say how great we are all the time?
my friend Colin, who has come up with how many specials have you had now?
Oh, I don't know, but a lot.
I mean, a lot of specials.
Sure.
And this last one, and I say this all the time, was my favorite.
Thank you.
I mean, and I've been to every single one of your
He comes
specials.
to my shows and he insists on paying.
Well, I insist on paying because the seats you gave me were garbage the first time.
Well, he does have bad luck when he comes to
It's
my
not bad luck. It's you fucked me on my seats. It's not bad luck, fuckface. I don't want to swear so much. He gets me swearing.
He said you have systematically and methodically placed him behind a camera.
No.
Every show he's come to see of
Not
yours.
the first show ever. On Broadway. I said I want
It's a big night. You're there for your friend on a big night. Broadway? I was there one of the nights.
I wanted to buy my tickets. No. I'm buying my... No, you're not. I'm getting you... And I was like... I told Dawn, I go, he doesn't... I go, we want to support...
Your money's no good here. I need someone to fill that seat in front of the camera.
No, this is the camera.
We show up. We dressed up. I put shoes on with laces.
What?
I tied shoes.
Like a shoe. This is not a sneaker at all.
It was a shoe.
Like a Sperry? Like a Docksider?
Like a penguin.
Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, we dressed up.
We met at the door.
We met at the door, and I went up to the lady, and I handed her my tickets, and I was expecting her to go, Mr. Kelly, come with me. Maybe go backstage first, or maybe go right up to the front.
She had you mop and a name tag?
No, the lady went like this. She's at the door. She goes, right there. She pointed to the seat, second to last row behind a camera, in front of what's his name? Twiddles. With fucking Tourette's.
Louis Twitchell Santani.
Wow.
You know the guy from he's a comedian.
Yeah.
Every fucking 5 seconds. Woo, wee, you, woo, see you, wee, woo. Every 5 minutes. Woo, ski, you, nickels, dimes, quarters. Woo.
For the entire show.
Spitting in Dawn's hair.
Even Bob Levy. Bob Levy was sitting there.
Bob Levy.
Bob Levy.
I was with Bob Levy, Twitchell's, behind me.
And you and Dawn dressed to the nines.
To the nines. I was.
Oh, who took your top coat and tails?
After the show, there was nobody even came and got us. They didn't even acknowledge me. They didn't even fucking know
They
anything.
didn't say Colin would like to see you in his dressing room?
Nothing.
They said, sir, can you move? We have to move these weight plates off this camera base.
I believe I called you as soon as I left and told you to go fuck yourself, fuck your manager, fuck your assistant, and fucking never call me again.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Next special.
Okay, so here you told Colin about this.
I was serious. I called you up like you're a fucking piece of shit. I brought my wife.
Yeah, you don't like getting embarrassed in front of your lady because she's also Dawn, and that's one thing I love about her. She, much like Christine, is ready to prance on you. The same way Christine does with me. She can't wait till one of your friends starts busting your butt. You hear her in the background cackling as Colin tells me to shut up. Well, you know what, Colin? She's going to pay for all those shut-ups later. Hey, you think it's funny when Colin tells me to shut up, do you?
Wouldn't you be happy to be sitting with fellow comedians, Twitchell's and Bob Levy?
They're not comedians. Twitchell's not. He's the guy with
That's crazy.
I've done stand-up.
And then as soon as you go to the bathroom, Bob Levy's trying to lick
Listen
blue cheese out of Dawn's ass crack. Hey, if you want, I could put some blue cheese in your butt crack. And
Dawn was
Bob
wiping her hair off from Twitchell's spit. Mm-hmm. I was legitimately go fuck
Somebody
yourself.
else was there too.
At least he wasn't eating popcorn.
I was so mad. And then, so the next special, I said, I'm buying my fucking I don't want you. I don't want them. I want to come.
Are we on Broadway again?
Where were we? Downtown.
Downtown.
Big night. Huge night. Netflix, I believe. Right? Netflix. I come in.
You don't pay.
I come in. He won't let me pay.
Well, you're under the umbrella.
I come in from fucking Westchester, rush hour. I'm in an hour and 45 minutes of traffic getting there. I finally get there. I park my car illegally.
Are you dressed up?
I run. Dressed up again. I
like to make sure.
Run over to the thing outside. Mr. Kelly, yes, come with me. They take me. I'm like, oh, finally.
See?
They take me in. They make me sit in the lobby for fucking 15, 20 minutes.
Class.
Sitting there. They forgot me.
Okay.
Forgot me. So I'm sitting there. I finally have to get up and go, hey, am I supposed to get a... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Come with me.
Now you're annoying them a little bit. Oh, Christ, yes.
Come with me. They bring me in. They bring me down going to the front.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right, great.
He did you right.
So then they go, okay, you're in this aisle, which is 6th row, maybe.
Crisis averted.
Unbelievable. But there's a guy, probably one of his old fucking Brooklyn Irish alcoholic killers that he used to live with, dressed in all Pierre Cardin, gold bracelet, necklace, probably murdered 7 people. I'm at one of my fattest, by the way. Looks up at me and goes, Jesus Christ.
Oh, shit. That feels terrible.
He went, Jesus
that
Christ.
feels terrible. He's letting you know I'm going to deal with you. And he's not afraid to fight you. He's already clearly made it seem. He's making that visual right away is going like, I'm going to be bummed about your fat ass sitting next to me, and I'm going to let you know it.
Yeah. Then he goes,
I've been the victim of that.
Then he goes, Maria, get up. He's got to get in. Which made me, she gets up. I hear her go, she gets up.
Is this going to be all night?
They get out, and then there's a fat girl next to my chair. As soon as Fatty sees other Fatty, elbows, gush.
Oh, he's like, there's no way.
She's like, these are my armrests.
Yeah, you rest on your own fucking flaps.
So now I'm holding my tits in fear of my life.
Armpits definitely sweating.
I'm
Armpits
dying.
sweating because you're panicking.
And guess
also.
what's in front of me, Jay?
What's that? Unobstructed view of a fantastic show with your friend Colin Quinn, who told you, has assured you, this won't happen again.
Yeah. No.
Heads roll. I think people were fired last time.
Yeah.
What happened?
Camera
again.
I watched his special.
God damn it.
On the lens the camera guy was. And
nice.
Now the whole
like
show,
you're in Video Village.
The whole show, I kept leaning over to the right and to the left, looking at him like, "Go fuck yourself," because I wanted him to see me.
You should have
during the
heckled
show.
loud.
I was almost dead.
You should have loud heckled.
I didn't enjoy one fucking second of that show. Every time he would go to the right or left, I'd lean over and look at him like, "You suck a dick."
And you know who wasn't enjoying you? Who was getting your energy?
Yeah.
The camera guy. The camera guy was feeling your energy, and that was annoying him. He wasn't doing his best work because he just feels you like this guy behind me fucking. He feels the stress. He has to be there, and he knows you hate it.
Oh,
and
my God.
that's taking his mind up from following Colin with a steady
should have brought
shot.
him to the psychiatrist convention.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
that's
dude.
right. I should have went there.
Yeah.
Am I remembering this wrong? Didn't you also at one of his specials get hit in the head by a camera?
That was at the first one.
Oh, okay.
That was at the camera boom. The camera boom was the first. There was a camera in front of me at the first one, and the camera guy hit me with the fucking camera.
3 for 3.
I'm gonna tell you this.
I got hit with the boom camera at Bill Burr Patrice's half-hour specials at Skirball Center. It just came out. I was just like talking to somebody, and it was like, I'm like, ow! They don't give that much of a shit, by the way. Like,
No.
sorry. They're like, sorry.
At SNL, someone would get hit every week.
Sorry.
It's always great when you look up and you see all the other comedians second row. Liz walks by me.
Right.
Yeah, they got nice seats.
At Keith's special taping, when you went to that, did you have to sit in one of the hilarious black sections in the back? Because they were.
Yes.
Thank you.
That was a different world. That was a different world happening. And I mean that like the TV show. It was like Hillman College back there. Everyone hooting and hollering for their friend during his live taping.
High school.
I was expecting a stomp crew to come in. Doom, bap, boom, boom, bap, boom, boom.
I haven't seen a cut yet, but I really hope to God after when Keith goes, so I went to the store the other day. Get him, Keith!
Yep.
Who said that?
Everybody.
Everybody.
Derek Gaines.
Every time he did a good joke, he'd be like, yeah, OG!
Jesus
OG!
Christ.
That's what I'm talking about!
That's the one!
Even professional comedians.
Yes.
Get him, Keith!
I saw Rachel's special. It was great.
Yeah, nobody talked during that.
I saw her. I didn't see it live. I just saw it on.
No black people were allowed to go to that.
Yeah,
Netflix.
Rachel's special's on Netflix right
so
now. Yeah,
funny.
They
Oh, yeah, it just came out.
Just came out.
Yeah.
Just came out.
I saw you had her on YKWd.
Go fuck yourself.
Dude, you were laughing and laughing.
Look, everybody knows.
Yeah.
I love voices.
Of course you do.
I love character work, and it's my Achilles
And she's
heel.
top tier.
If you love voices, you should go to Ted's.
Listen, I'll say this.
You're sitting at Dan Tan's with me, so there's just a couple of guys talking in their regular voices.
I was the first guy to have Dan Soda on my YKWd. He filled in one day. Joe DeRosa was like, this kid Dan, you should have him on. We had him on. I fell in love with him. And DeRosa was furious. You fucking do voices. Go fuck yourself. I was like, he does them great.
He does them amazing.
When he left, I said, Don, I love this guy. And she was like, I know, he's very funny. I love his characters too. And I loved Dan from that day on. And he replaced Joe on the podcast.
I'll tell you what drives so good.
That
So
was a
me and
wise
Joe
move.
DeRosa should
Then he
start
left me for you.
Me and Joe DeRosa should start our own project then, because I'll tell you what it seems like from this seat over here.
Yeah.
It seems like Dan Soder and me did the show for a while, and then Dan said, I don't want to broadcast anymore. And then he quit. And then I brought Bobby on. And then Dan started a podcast, and then started another podcast with Bobby.
Now listen.
What?
No.
They do
no.
the regs, which
the
is
regs.
basically, you want to see what Bonfire would sound like without me? I guess listen to the regs.
That's not it.
That's all it's missing.
The regs was around before Bonfire. The regs is original YKWd.
No, YKWd was.
It's YKWd.
This is something different.
No, it isn't.
Well, yeah, Joe Rogan's been around for 20 years,
I'll tell
but
you
the
this.
Parks and Protect Our Parks has only been around for a little bit.
Listen to me. The regs is the original YKW. After DeRosa left, it became Joe. Lewis,
Dan was very easy to get out of retirement. What's he fucking John
Listen,
Stewart?
None of us wanted to do it. Lewis bullied us into doing it. Okay, because he has tax money. I don't know.
I
what
wish
the fuck
people
wrong
could
with
see
it.
Jay's face right now.
Believe me, Dan, and Joe wanted to do it once in a while. Louis, we got to do this. But Doggy, we got to do this. We got to do this once.
So that's what I should have just done. I should have just taken a Louis J. Gomez part. When Dan was like, I think I want to leave the show, I go, no.
Yeah.
And then just moved on with life, and everything would just be where it was at.
100%. But you wouldn't be with me right now.
No, you're goddamn right. So that's my point I'm making.
And Colin wouldn't have came in.
No, I would have came.
Colin definitely wouldn't have come in for me.
100% he
for
wouldn't
me
come
and
in. You
Dan.
two
No.
I came in for you and Dan for your opening. That was
No, I
plenty
know.
out of me.
You did, that was plenty.
I came when you needed me. And that was it.
You get a lot more guests with me here, okay?
Straight me.
Very, very true.
You guys could probably get Rich Voice now. You couldn't get that in the old days.
Plus, I don't like broadcasting to a I don't like broadcasting on a couch like that. I couldn't be doing that. If that's what Dan wanted to do, I couldn't do that with him. I don't like a full body shot of me while I'm podcasting.
Oh, while
Very
you're-
strange. Sitting
Leaning back.
in a couch.
Well,
It's
Dan
the
likes it
worst.
because he's like lean and 6'7". You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's those Ted Steakhouse meals. He's getting a lot of asparagus in him.
I remember the time though when you the first time I ever met Quinn was at the NACA convention.
That wasn't the first time.
The first time we kind of
We hung out, yeah.
when I was like, this guy's great. We were at NACA is the college thing,
Sure.
but it was the
It's where you perform for the people that are going to book colleges.
but it was the national one. The national one is the big one.
But like before you finish, let me say before this, I was getting college gigs just randomly on my name. So I was doing well and doing colleges. So going to NACA was just me getting greedy and saying I'm going to get a bunch of colleges. I was getting a number of them. It was going smooth sailing. So we go to this convention
3,000 students, huge shows.
with
It's-
checkbooks.
It's the national convention. It's the biggest schools, and it's all of them. And you go there, and you're literally becoming a thousandaire, if not a millionaire, from doing these things.
Yeah.
And I went in, and I sat in there. I just went to go, and he was there. And then Lewis Black went up before you,
yeah.
and fucking murdered.
Yeah.
And then I remember.
No, remember we talked beforehand?
We
I'm
talked
like, hey,
before,
what's up, man?
He was great. He was so nice.
Laughing.
Laughing.
I'm getting ready to go on. Fine, confident.
And you were in a purple suit.
Yeah, weird suit, but yeah.
It was I don't know why purple is not your color. Dude.
Yeah.
He was in a purple
It was
suit.
the times.
Yeah. It
Was this late 90s?
Yeah,
Yeah, everyone was still dressing up like
absolutely.
It was
Yeah.
the late 90s.
they
it
can live in
was.
color, yeah.
And so, yeah.
So he went up. They had 2 Trinitron screens on the either. That's how big the show was. 2 Trinitrons with cameras and everything. And he went up and took a hot one.
Really.
I mean, a hot one.
I mean, I literally had the vision of money, like on those cartoons when the money's flying with wings. Money flying. Because if I had just not been there, I would have booked a few colleges. It was all great. I lost whatever those would have been even. And the same night, you forget, Dane Cook.
Oof.
That was the night he blew up
Woof.
for colleges.
Really.
Yeah, he got.
Dane had lines around the block.
Yeah.
My booth had nobody there except my agent, I think. And Dane's had lines around the block for him because he went on that night and he destroyed that place.
Destroyed it.
Nobody wanted anybody but Dane. That was the only thing. Dane actually saved me from total humiliation because nobody went to anybody else's.
Well,
booth.
Lewis Black got a lot of colleges too before.
He really didn't. But,
Okay, well, all right. That's
and then I went on the Daily Show like 2 years later, and I remember I was like, yeah. Well, like 3 months later, I go, yeah, John, your buddy Lewis Black, I said trash trying to attack Lewis Black on the Daily Show because of that set. I was so mad. And John's like, whoa. The crowd's like, ew.
I only did I did one.
I gave my room. Was it you did?
Yeah, I got your room. I stole all the stuff out of it, by the way.
Did you?
Nice.
I took it all.
I did one APCA, and I went up there and was way too dirty. Everybody came up to my booth, and as they would walk by, not in line, just walk by to be like, very funny, but like, we can't.
Yeah.
Like, right. And I was like, okay. And then I went to the wrong, like where you have to sit down the block booking. We talked about this.
Yeah.
The block booking room where you're sitting there and they try to book you for a little bit cheaper. We weren't supposed to go in there, I don't think. You're not supposed to hear this about yourself, that no one wants you at a discount even. And it was Mike Vecchione. His name was just first. And I remember the deafening silence of this person said his name 800 times. Like he thought the microphone wasn't working because no one said it. He's like, Mike Vecchione. Mike Vecchione. Yeah. Mike Vecchione going at a discount. Mike Vecchione.
It's like a restaurant when
if
the people left.
if just two schools book them, it's super cheap. Mike Vecchione.
Yeah, but that's the problem with those things. Then they book the people they want, they get them, and they're like, well, I thought it was different. They don't really understand.
No, then they were like, Marty Putz and his his marshmallow gun. And they're like,
yes. Marty Putz.
Marty Putz and his what?
Marty Putz and that marshmallow gun was a hit.
That's
the cover of NACA magazine.
Yeah.
You were on Cop Show too, right?
Huh?
Did you do Cop Show?
Wow.
No.
Oh, wow. That's
No.
I feel bad. This is uncomfortable.
But it makes you feel better. I didn't watch it either. So, in fairness.
I thought Cop Show was one of the greatest shows that never got on TV.
No.
I mean,
no,
it's fucking hilarious.
It really makes me angry thinking about it because, because that would have been the new tough crowd when I really started thinking about it.
Well, he had me do Sister Ping, which was
Sister Ping, which was a great character.
What was it? She was
like kind of a, indeterminate ethnicity somewhere between Tibet and Malaysian It was a combination
like
of
a wolf person.
Southeast Asian.
She was an Asian drug smuggling
smuggler.
woman.
Yeah.
And that's who he had me play.
A human trafficking Asian drug smuggler, and he pulled it off.
But they put me in this
He
whole
looked very pretty.
This whole get up with a staff. I remember I had a staff for some reason. And I did this whole thing. It was a great episode. And yeah, that's it.
See?
Tweet that out, Christine.
He looks very pretty, though, see?
But
Bob would have been a great trance.
How does this not haunt you?
Well, here's the thing. So
that's the acting teacher. She teaches all the comedians acting, too.
This was during...
Oh, is that... Fuck, I'm going to get it. I want to get Joanna Bexon.
Yeah. So this is
She was my acting teacher, the one acting class I ever took.
This was Halloween. So I had to go. Noam was having a Halloween party at his house.
I didn't know about this.
Okay, having a Halloween party at his house with all the kids and all the adults. Shitloads of people. Noam's backyard. He goes, everybody's going to be in costume. Everybody. He says, I go, even the adults. He goes, you got to bring a costume. So I come from set like this.
Because everyone's going to wear a costume.
I show up as Sister Ping at the house. I go in the backyard. No adult is dressed up. Noam walks by me in a cardigan, like a sweater and a pair of jeans. Oh my God,
it's like Bridget Jones.
I'm so fucking furious. I go, Noam, you said people are dressing up. The adults are dressing up. You're not fucking dressed up. He pulled a little tiny mask out of his back pocket, a fox mask. He goes, what does the fox say? And he walked away. And I go, it gets worse. I go, I'm a fucking fat Chinese woman. I look to my left. There's a
fat Chinese woman?
There's a little Chinese lady with her white nerdy husband just staring at me like, really?
Oh, no.
And did you go, so sorry?
I had to sit at this fucking party like Sister Ping.
Oh, my God. It's the greatest ever.
Yeah. You're like Mulan spelled Moolan.
Oh, my God.
This character was so... I went to a show in Staten Island and people came dressed up like Sister Ping.
Yeah.
People actually do Sister Ping for Halloween now.
That's really
They
funny.
do.
Yeah.
It was going to become a thing.
Yeah, it was going to be...
Look,
I'm having to do something. I went to when I was in the show Z-Rock, we filmed at Mohegan Sun once, and
Did you see it?
The joke
No.
was no way.
Okay.
Never heard of it.
It's okay.
I watched it.
Who else was in it?
What's her name?
It was a band. Lynn Coplitz.
Lynn Coplitz.
It was me, Lynn Coplitz, and then a bunch of like
was a great show.
comics that like guest things on it.
Yeah, sex and drugs and rock and roll. I know.
I'm the only one that watches.
No.
That was
That's
me.
that.
That was me, you piece of shit. First of all, I'm the only one that watches friend shit, by the way.
Yeah.
I watch your shit and I watch your shit.
It's true.
Did you see my special?
Killbox?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, Killbox I saw. Yeah,
You did?
Sure.
Of course I did.
All right,
I saw
relax.
it before and after.
All right, don't, what?
I saw it before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You did.
What the fuck was it? At Mohegan Sun.
Yeah.
Mohegan Sun. The last scene we filmed was that the joke was that I was wearing like at the golf store there. I bought like a female golf outfit, like a very light colored polo and like skirts.
Funny.
And I had like the golf club over, and I'm doing the
That's
thing.
funny.
That's the visual gag of it. And then when we were done, filming ran way late. And then at the very end, they go, if you guys want, man, you have to go right now. He goes, Van Halen's got like 4 songs left. And I wouldn't have been able to change in time ago. And so I went and sat and just stood. By the way, not even like officially with a ticket. Just was able to stand like in the walkway. And it's like, if anyone just kind of like diverted attention from the stage for a second and just see a fat guy dressed as a female golfer. He's going, everybody wants some. I want some too.
Oh my God! At Van Halen.
At Van Halen, yeah. It was when they just got back together.
Just a fat Chevy Chase standing there.
Fat Chevy Chase.
I remember Gabriel Iglesias used to tell a funny. He told some funny story. I don't know if he even did it on stage, but he told somebody I knew, and he was dressed in some cheerleader outfit, and the 2 guys walking by on the set, giant pieces of plywood. He's running to get to the next sketch. Hits his head, knocked out. They have to take him to the hospital on a stretcher. He's in the hospital. They're dressed like a cheerleader.
I had that when Norton did his Vice show. Remember that?
Oh boy.
He did. Remember the character he did, Uncle Paul?
Yes.
Is that the molester?
Yes.
I didn't know what I was filming.
Oh, it's like the kid in The Shining.
That's what Uncle Paul said.
So I showed
Cops
up.
arrested him.
I showed up and they go, okay, come over here and get in your outfit. It was a diaper
Oh no!
and a bonnet
No!
Why didn't you say no?
with a badge.
No!
I was Baby Vice.
No!
So I had to, outside in Brooklyn on the streets,
No!
so I had to stand there by a fence. Like people are walking by.
You didn't
and
know.
I'm in a diaper with a pacifier and a badge. And then he was Uncle Paul, and I was arresting him, and he was pretending to go down and go near my penis. Like, when I would like, stop bending over. It was the most uncomfortable thing I've ever filmed in my life.
Why didn't you just say no?
Because I don't know how to say no, Jay.
You get so many opportunities to say no. I turned down weird nudity in Bert Kreischer's cabin. And look, did it cost me getting anything except maybe 2 sentences out the entire episode? Probably. But
This never aired. It was so
It
bad.
never aired at all?
No, you can't air a fucking...
on Z-Rock, though, one time they wanted me to do literally a diaper thing on stage, and I was like, is the joke fat guy in a diaper, or is there something funnier beyond that?
Right.
And they were like, no, it's bigger than that. And then I read the thing, and I was like,
Yeah.
no, it's just fat guy in a diaper. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm all right. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, but this was actually worse because it was a
Yes.
skit about a guy who molests babies.
Yes.
Yeah, on top of
Uncle
that.
Paul.
On top of that, they were like,
Yeah.
I'd be
Vice-
more worried about the world seeing my tits than thinking I fucked a child.
There's something about fat guys. Like they did that on Marin too. When I did Marin, the last scene was me taking all my shirt off and walking down the street topless. And I was like, "Can I just have a wife beater on? Do I have to be topless? Can I?" And they had to go have a meeting. Like they're like, "Give me a sec, give us a sec." And they came back like, "We need you to take the shirt off." And I was like, "All right, I get it, but you just want a fat guy taking his shirt off walking down the street."
Yeah, I said that's funny that Bert he doesn't share that body shame that anybody else in the world
No.
has. And when they had me in the cabin thing, they were like, Jay and Bert will wear Speedos and like wrestle with oil,
Just kidding.
wrestle with cooking oil or something it was,
Right.
or baby oil. And then I said to the director, I was like, I don't want to do that. Just in a Speedo. I go, and I was like, I had another idea, which we ended up doing, just concocting a different thing that I'll wrestle him in. And he was like, no. He goes, all right. He goes, Bert, come over here. He goes, Jay's got a bit of an issue. Like, he goes, what could we do, like, instead of, like, the Speedos for the oil wrestling? And he goes, we could just use, like, water. And he's like, no, it's it's like the Speedos is the issue. He didn't even get the possibility that nobody else wants to be in a Speedo.
But yeah. That's like, who's really good like that as far as was Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell totally never worked out a day in his life.
Yeah, he's got that weird scar on his belly, too.
Yeah.
Whatever appendix burst as a kid.
And he didn't. You would see him, he didn't give a shit from day one till the day he left the show. Speedo, whatever they put him in.
Oh.
I love that. I love that, that unabashed.
I love it too, but I'm not the same as you guys. I'm like, it was so funny. He would just be standing on the set in rehearsal, 50 guys moving stage hands. He didn't give the band.
Stavros too. Stavros too. The world does get over it. The world gets over it very, very quick. They don't care, but like for some reason, I'll never not think. I'm like, as soon as my shirt's off, I'm going. Everyone's looking, and everyone hates it.
But there's a certain fat guy that it looks all right on. Bert, for some reason, Stavros.
No, he's conditioned you. They've conditioned you.
I mean, dude.
That's no better than you or I.
But there it is. It is better. It is
better. He's just rocking it. So the confidence makes it look better almost because you're like, fuck it, dude. He's right. Who cares?
That's
a nightmare. I'd be mortified if you saw me like that.
Look at that.
There's something better about that.
There is. It's not better.
No, there's not.
You're
confidence.
You're impressed with the confidence. I love it.
Look at that helmet and that bike.
Because we look like we could get in shape again. He looks like it's never going to happen.
With that bike,
what?
He did a calendar. I think he does a calendar right here.
He actually, when I introduced him to Bailey J, he's like, can I do a calendar shoot? He got fully naked in her pool.
Oh,
my
God.
God bless him.
He's the greatest.
I absolutely can't.
But not even that. His hair is just the worst.
I know.
He's been missing a tooth, I think, for 3 years.
No, he got it fixed.
He did it for years.
But he got it fixed, and his fans
insane.
actually went against him. They were like, "We like the tooth gone."
Oh my God! Yeah, no, he's really funny. But
yeah, God bless him.
No, that's amazing. Yeah, Will Ferrell. I remember some people just like that.
Yeah, some people.
They don't care.
They don't care. I'll tell you who else doesn't give a shit.
Who?
And Joe DeRosa, but he's a weird in between.
Yes.
He's insecure about it, but also like he'll just be like, "Oh, if we were in a pool, if we're just doing like he like there's no if we were to beach, unless it was going in the water, my tank top would like a wife beater would be on the entire time until we get in the water." Joe is like, "Oh no, we're at a pool, like peeled down." I'm like, "No, but I don't take the tank tops." As it's coming off, I'm already in diving motion to get in the water.
I think Stavros is better topless than DeRosa. DeRosa, there's levels to him. You know what I mean?
He's got chest hair that is just puzzling. It's one big rectangle of chest. It's like someone just laid a welcome mat on his body.
DeRosa naked when he did cheat and he had to take his shirt off.
I know he looked. I love the fact that he had lovely nipples, big nipples.
His tits
He does
jiggled.
have big nips.
He's got big nips. He's got tits.
Yeah, he's got nice tits.
He's got little shoulders, and then he goes out like a who. He's got like the Grinch body. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he looks like kind of European. I could see him in a Speedo pulling it off.
Definitely a little European for
on
sure.
A nice little French beach, Joe.
Yeah, it's a fat little tussy, little baggy, soft ass.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, I don't have any of that. Bert did that. Funny. Bert did it this year.
Yeah, Bert doesn't give a goddamn.
Soder, and DeRosa having a sidebar text off of the Fully Loaded tour. They got like everybody on a text thread. And one of the things that came in was like, we need everybody singing the national anthem topless. So it's like everyone just do me a favor, send a video. Topless. Bert definitely thought that was an order that like by that night pretty much everybody would have it done.
Yeah.
And what happened was nobody really was even responding because everyone was just like, fuck, like nobody wants to do this.
No, you're 19.
And he goes, and then he does the without. I mean, I didn't say anything, but before he started giving like they're like, oh, and also Bert said you could do it shoulders up if you don't, for girls or whatever. Or if you're a guy doesn't want to do it, like just from the shoulders up even would be great. And then you go, might as well wear a fucking t-shirt in a pool because then everyone goes, why is that guy only shoulders up? Because he doesn't want to show his tits. You got to do it or don't.
Right.
So we concocted in our green screen. Oh. We went with a green screen. So me, DeRosa, and Daniel did a green screen in lieu of sending I don't want to. Like, Bert, stop asking me to be shirtless in front of people.
Right.
I know some part of him thinks he's helping us conquer. You know what? I would feel better about it if I thought he was helping me conquer something. He's not. He just can't wrap his brain around the concept.
That's right.
That everybody in this room right now, for the fun of joke of it, wouldn't just peel down to baby underwear. He doesn't understand. He goes, why won't you?
Why won't you? Can't understand that we have jokes.
Yeah.
We actually have.
It's more than that. It's just I don't want to. I hate it.
Stavros got a horse.
Oh my God, he's the greatest.
Stavros is the best. Stavy baby's the best, man. He doesn't give a shit.
No.
He doesn't care.
And I love that. On the Foilo tour last year, he's wearing. It was the summer of velour sweatsuits, unzipped down the middle.
Right.
Like,
and I'm going to tell you this,
dude.
Stavros, I toured with him. He gets chicks.
Of course,
Dude,
yeah.
He came back one night with his knees were all grass stained. I'm like, where were you? We were in Vermont, Burlington, Vermont. He fucked a chick by like a cannon on a grassy knoll.
Oh.
He just hooked up with a chick.
And he got on top. Impressive.
Very
He
landmark.
had grass on his knees. I blew a guy by a cannon.
Well, you guys are forgetting about your buddy Ari.
Ari Shafir.
He gets naked for no reason.
Yeah, sun's out, guns out.
It's
dicks
not.
out.
It's not no reason. Guy's got a heavy bag and a swinging softie.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, his bag
Yeah,
is
he has
huge.
got a hammer. So of course.
We went camping in the woods. I was peeing in the morning. And all of a sudden I hear another flow next to me. He was completely naked, standing a foot away from me with his
Huge dick
hog.
people don't understand other people's thing. Kevin Hart, man. When we were young, Kevin Hart. We did a black college somewhere, and we hung out with these girls afterwards.
I love
and,
that he went young, so he doesn't want to fucking get Kevin in trouble.
well, I don't know if I've seen him since he's been married to this girl.
Right.
We were really young.
No, we were just doing like a black college. We were performing at. Went with him, and we brought these girls back to the place, and he tells me in my ear, he was like, we're playing Truth or Dare, and he goes, dare me to pull my dick out. And I was like, all right, Kev, I dare you to pull your dick out. And he does, and the girls were like, whoa, wow. You know, he's 5'3" with his monster cock.
Right.
And then we didn't have any conversation, but he goes, all right, Jay, shit, man. I mean, I dare you to pull your dick out. And I was like, whoa. I said to make no. I was like, buddy. He's like,
the black hole. He's like, it's a different world.
he couldn't understand it. He's like, what are you doing? I go, Kev, dude, you're a third my size, and you just pulled out a dick that touches your nipples and your knees, like depending which way you put it. I go, I can't. And he was like, all right. And then he goes, I dare you to go in like the bathroom with one of the girls. And then we just sat in there and like looked at each other for like a minute and then came out. Do we have to take a break?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
We got to take a break. Colin Quinn's got a new special. It's hilarious. I gave you my review. It's
Thank you.
One of the funniest specials. It's done in front of a whole room of therapists at a therapist convention. It's on YouTube right now. Our time is up.
It was a symposium.
That too.
Jay, you didn't see it. Don't be adding 2 cents to something you don't know about.
Well, it was a symposium. I don't want people going to think looking at a convention and realizing you were performing at a symposium.
I suppose.
Well, I wouldn't know the difference. What's the difference between convention and symposium?
Colin Quinn's new special. Our time is up, streaming right now on YouTube, everyone.